We thought at first that it would be maybe an hour of class and then 2 hours of bedside writing. I realized as I was doing bedside writing that maybe people would really be, my time would be better served if it was more of an intimate setting. And if I were at the bedside and writing what that individual wants to write about at that time. They may not want to write about their favorite person that day.
Right.
They may want to write about their uncle who they loved, or whatever. Or maybe just about their anger or the frustration of what happened that day. So we've gotten away from the classes. We're not doing the classes anymore, just doing the bedside.
So I wanted to talk about that too, of the different things that you have been writing with people, because it isn't just necessarily like write about your anger, or write about your time or your
not
hurt.
at all.
Like what are you writing with people?
Okay, so of course today was a nephew who's in prison. Last week I wrote with a grandfather whose 4 grandchildren were starting the first day of school.
Aww.
And he had to get notes of encouragement out to his grandchildren. So we talked about each of their personalities. What does little Johnny, what do you think? Is Johnny going to get in trouble? Or what, does he have that little mischievous glint in his eye? And he said, oh yes. He said, you hit it on the nail. So we wrote a special note to Johnny and a special note to Priscilla, and all about that kind of related to what they were doing. Priscilla's taking swim lessons, and I want to come see one of your swim meets, and I want to do this, and when I get out of here, I'm going to come do the, so it was fun writing those 4 cards. So I just scribbled down. I think I'm going to start taking my recorder.
Okay.
But I scribbled down notes, and then I came to this room and wrote them out in the neatest handwriting that I could come up with. And then another lady has lots of different experiences. She grew up on the south side of town, and she was bullied when she was young. She couldn't speak Spanish in school when she was young, and so she was bullied like that. And so we just started writing some things about that, and I gave her a journal. One man cries every time he sees me now. I've been here. I've seen him 3 weeks, and he has an awesome story to tell about his father. His father was just everything to him. His father passed away 3 years ago, and I started writing little snippets of his story that he wanted down. And after the first week, he talked with his 3 sisters, and they all agreed that they wanted me to write his story. But we're taking a little bit at a time. I've talked with his wife and showed her what to do in his journal. So he's got several pages written, several little snippets of life with his father. I think writing about what the individual wants to write about brings more happiness in their lives. They forget about what they're going through for the time being. They can think about the happier things of life. So I try to, and sometimes they do want to write about their journey. But a lot of times when they write about their journey, it's not about the pain. It's not about the treatments. It's more about the people. Mm-hmm. They write about their caregivers. Mm-hmm. And the people are so good, and they come in and check on me, and they give me words of encouragement and things like that.
Why do you think it's important for people to write like that about negative or positive things? Mm-hmm. Like, why is that important?
Well, again, it's just getting it out on paper and getting it out. And I think sometimes when you get it on paper, it really doesn't look that bad. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when we worry about or we stress over the bad things of life, this is just me. I think when you stress over the bad things of life and you concentrate on those, you fail to see the wonderful things of life.
One last question. How has working with Hearts New York changed you as a person?
How has it changed me? It's been an experience in just the 2 months I've been here. It really has. I think Stancy's personal story of how she started the organization really spoke to me. Our daughter had a carcinoid tumor when the summer she turned 21, and that was real scary at the time. They thought it had leached out through her lungs and all, but we were very, very thankful that she was fine. Had an operation, lost a lot of her lung, but she's a surgeon today, so and Stanley, I think that willpower that Emily had I'm thinking of all the exercises she had to do to get that lung expanded again, the breathing, actually painful. And I think what Stanley must have gone through at a very young age as she went through her cancer or through her leukemia. It's just a willpower to keep on keeping on. And the idea of seeing these people here every Monday, the struggles they're going through, and yet, they're keeping on. I have not met one yet who has said, I'm done with this. They just keep on going.
Well, we're not done with you either.
Oh, good.
So
good.
don't go
I'm
anywhere.
glad.
Okay, good. Judy, thanks.
You're welcome.
That's it. That's your 20 minutes.
Yay!